It isn't like that today in the Hebrides, but as I grew up as a child, there had been, previous to that, numbers of revivals, local revivals and general revivals. I remember hearing my grandfather speaking of how he crossed the moors, walking between 30 and 40 miles with his shoes in his hands to save them for the weekend, walking to a place called Uig, where there was a mighty revival. And it is recorded in the history of revivals that 9,000 people had communion outside during that time because they couldn't come into church. That was revival. But the influence of revival influenced the way of life in the Hebrides, and children were brought to the Presbyterian Church to be, as we say, christened. They're all Presbyterians in Lewis. And then the parents had to promise to bring up this child in the nurture and fear and admonition of the Lord. And unconverted people would have family worship morning and evening to fulfill their promise before the congregation. They may not necessarily have gone to church after that, but they did believe that they should bring up the child in the nurture and admonition of the Lord. And that was to read the Bible to them and to get down on their knees and pray. They didn't stake their eternity on that. They didn't say because they did that they were saved, but they did that out of a sense of duty and tradition.